Welcome to EMILAC Online tutorial. Now let us look at this question. A binary operation asterisk is defined on the set R of real numbers by x operation y gives 1 over 2 plus x plus y, where x, y are elements of R. Now number 1, find the identity element of the operation. 2, determine the inverse of 2 under asterisk. Now let us take note that for identity element to be true, if x operation identity element must give you x. Okay, all right. Now, and if this is true, now let us plug in the identity element into the above equation. All right, so here we have that x identity operation e then equals 1 all over 2 then plus x. So wherever you see e, now you can see that e here replaces what? Y. So plug in the identity element in place of y. So here we have plus what? E. Okay. Now to that extent, now you can see that x operation e equals to x. So it means that the whole of the left hand side now becomes x. So here we have x equals 1 all over 2 plus x plus the identity element. Now let us collect like term. Now by collecting like term, subtract x from both sides, then we end up having this is 0 plus 1 all over 2 plus the identity element. Now to this end, let us just take 1 over 2 to the right hand side, to the left hand side, and that will become a negative. So you have negative 1 all over 2 equals to the identity element, and we can rearrange t to be that e equals to negative 1 all over 2. All right, now that is the value of the identity element. Now we are now told that determine the inverse of 2 under the operation. And let us take note that when we have x operation the inverse of x, this will give us the identity element. Now in that place, in this at this point, 2 operation the inverse of 2 then equals identity element, right? Now take note that it's not the same thing as 1 all over 2. Okay, so this in the context of what we are doing is the inverse of what? 2. Okay, so to this point now, let us now come with this equation again. Here we have x operation y then equals 1 all over 2 plus x plus y. Now here we have 2 operation the inverse of 2. So here you have 2 operation the inverse of 2, which will also give us 1 all over 2 plus 2 now plus the inverse of 2. You can see that x here is 2, and that's why I write 2 here. Then y is now the inverse of 2, that is why I replace y with that. Okay, and let us take note that 2 operation the inverse of 2 is identity element, and from here our identity element is negative 1. So here negative half. You have negative 1 all over 2 equals 1 all over 2 plus 2 plus 2 inverse. Okay, now to this end, let's bring 1 over 2 to the left hand side, and that will make it negative. So you have negative 1 all over 2 negative 1 all over 2 then equals 2 plus the inverse of 2. Now to this end we have negative 1. So here you have negative 1 equals 2 now plus 2 inverse, the inverse of 2. So let us subtract 2 from both sides. So here we have negative 3 then equals 0. So the inverse of 2 equals to negative 3 under this asterisk of the operation. All right, that's the final answer. Thank you and God bless you.